So lie down, knees bent, feet on the floor. Good. So when we're talking about pelvis in neutral, what are we looking for? Like if the student is lying down, for example.
An arch in the lumbar.
Yeah, what kind of an arch?
Lordotic.
Lordotic, yeah. And how much?
Slight.
Slight, yeah, right? So I usually say, and let's pretend that this is like a one-on-one situation, right? Because you're usually not always touching your students, but I usually say like about a hand's width. Would you agree, Lisa?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we call that neutral. So now, lying here, do anterior, show us anterior pelvic tilt. Yeah, nice. And then show us posterior pelvic tilt. Good, and then find something in the middle, so something neutral. Perfect. So you guys, I don't know if you remember when we did the core stuff, but I taught you sort of like Kegel, engagement, that kind of stuff. So let's just pretend that you know all, well, you do know all that. So let's know that you know that and talk more about pelvis stuff, okay? So let's say she's gonna do all that, and then let's just bring attention to the pelvis. So bring your feet off the floor for me, please. Perfect. And let's bring your knees over your hips. Let's go a little bit away from your face. Good. And then now, is your pelvis still in neutral? I know it's hard for you guys to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel like it? Okay. Okay, and let's do a little dead bug here. So bring arms up, overhead, towards the ceiling. Yeah, good. And then just mind the wall here. And then so I want you to try to maintain this position of the pelvis. Keep your knees bent at 90 and slowly drop one heel towards the floor. So keep, yeah, good. Good, and then bring it back up. And then switch. Good. So, and keep going. So why would I be wanting her to attempt to keep the pelvis in neutral in this position?
Well, keep it stable so that she's not sort of shifting from side to side.
Right, your hands and knees, please. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Do you guys know what bird dog means? No, okay. Yeah. So before we would talk our class into bird dog, have you guys talked about this pose at all?
Did it today.
Oh, you did it today. Perfect. Okay, so what are some of the cues or things that you would say to set your students up?
Neutral spine in hands and knees.
Okay, so what does that mean, if I didn't know?
Not arched,
No.
not.
Yeah, between cat and cow.
Okay, between cat and cow. Okay. Is there any other way that what if I didn't know what cat and cow are?
Flat back.
Okay, do we want her to have a flat back?
No.
No. What do we want?
The
Let's think about the
curve.
natural
Yeah,
curves.
okay.
So what could we say to her to get her into a slight kyphosis in her upper back? What do I and Lauren usually say to you? What are you doing right now?
Protracting.
She's protracting. And what is she doing? What could I say to her to ask her to do that?
Put her-
Push palms down into the floor. Yeah. So less. Yeah. Good. I appreciate that, but less. Yeah. Okay. And then what about lumbar? What do we want to happen here?
Natural curve.
Natural curve. What does that mean?
A slight lordotic.
A slight lordotic curve. But you're not going to say that to your students. So what are you going to say?
Slight curve. Slight
Yeah.
inward curve. What would you say?
So, yeah, you could say inward, but the problem with like words, you guys know this from learning about concave and convex,
Yeah.
right? It's like curve means different things to different people, inward means different things. So I would either usually say drop the belly slightly,
To the ground.
yeah, so that until you get a slight curve in your lower back, or actually more often, usually I'll just say stick your butt out. Yeah, a little bit less, yeah. So say you go to a really flat back, yeah, and then stick your butt out, and then that's what happens. Did that key make sense to you?
Yeah.
Nice, good, okay. So what does her spine look like here? Does it look neutral?
Pretty good.
It actually does. It looks really good, right? So I have very little that I need to say to her. But let's just say this was another body and like really exaggerate your lordosis. Yeah, so that's not her body, but some bodies will do that. My body